I'm Grahame, Lynch for PTC TV. We're interviewing Drew Kelton, who's the President of Enterprise Services for Bharti AirTel. Welcome, Drew.
Thanks, Grahame. How are you?
Good, mate. Well, you've just joined Bharti AirTel in the past few months. It's a pretty exciting time for the company. Can you tell us a bit more about why you joined and what's been happening at the company?
Sure. Yeah, it is an exciting time. Great company, great opportunity, great location. Being based in Delhi now from Sydney. Look, the opportunity to come up to join AirTel, which is a really exciting development of the company and where we are in the journey. One of the challenges that I faced where I've been for the last 4 or 5 years was seeing the areas of growth in some form of scale, which we're starting to see in the Indian market and particularly Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia. I was given the opportunity to take up the role with an organization that has a great vision for the future, particularly led by Sunil Bharti himself. So I just felt it was an opportunity too good to miss, and the right stage in my time and career to take the opportunity to move on. So it was just good timing all around.
Well, just before Christmas, Bharti AirTel announced a cable going overland from China to India. That's a very interesting route.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit more about that cable and what the strategy is behind it?
Sure. Look, as you know, Grahame, we're kind of overburdened with subsea assets on the kind of Southeast Asia route from India, Singapore, up through Hong Kong, into Japan, Korea and China. Having diversity over a terrestrial route is extremely important to ourselves, for our internal needs, for our enterprise and for our global customers. So diversity was another key issue. Latency was another opportunity we see as to starting to take an advantage of lower latency access into some of the markets in China. And the other thing is we're building more and more of a relationship with some of the China's, both multinationals and the carriers, in transitioning, taking their traffic from China in towards Southeast Asia and out towards India, subcontinent and Middle East and Africa, and vice versa, sending traffic back up that way. There's a lot of manufacturing starting to take place in some of the new continents as well. There's a lot of new business initiatives being taking place between China and Africa, which we just made some investments in. So we felt it was an appropriate combination of opportunity, timing, diversity, and new business challenges.
Okay, well, you also a little bit earlier announced participation in the IMEI system connecting India to Europe.
Yeah.
It seems there's a lot of hub activity taking place out of India. Is it fair to say that India has effectively become the internet hub of Asia?
Well, it's a really good question, actually. I think of it a little bit more that India is in the middle of the world, as far as I can see it. If you think about it, if I look at a map, it's pretty well right in the center. And therefore, in order to service both the needs of the traffic that's been established and generating with this massive uptake in broadband, mobile broadband, 3G is just now enabled within India. We've got to push our traffic outbound for a start, both east and west. And traditional traffic flow typically goes out towards the east and then out over into North America for peering. But we're finding issues a little bit with latency, but also with diversity. So more and more traffic is going out towards the west side into Europe and over towards North America. So we made a strategic decision to invest both ways in terms of parallel distribution outbound. We're also seeing more and more opportunity to act as a partner for choice in inbound distribution in the emerging markets such as of India and now Africa. So IMEI is going to collect traffic inbound from Europe. It'll hook us up at our Meet Me point in the Middle East. It picks up CCOM and Easy, which is our cable systems into Africa. So it's a logical two-way investment. It's a very exciting opportunity for us.
Okay, well, you're also involved in the enterprise segment, not just pure wholesale communications.
Yeah.
I presume that your core market for enterprise is Indian companies.
Yeah.
But I've seen some signs that Bharti AirTel is becoming quite aggressive in Asia and targeting some other markets. Can you tell us more about your plans there?
Sure. So we're definitely building on our core basis of we've got 2,100 of the major enterprise companies in India, and they're focused on their needs both in terms of Indian distribution and indeed international distribution. So more and more of these customers, as they're going international, and if you pick the top 100 Indian companies, they all have aspirations of being globalized. So servicing their needs is extremely important. And then over and above that, having established the outbound need, we're starting to see this, I say, collection inbound. So I have to establish channels to market for both inbound and outbound in these collection markets such as Thailand, Singapore, Hong Kong. I'm not going to be particularly focusing on major sales force investment for direct there. I'll more go for an indirect channel model where I'll deal with other carriers and partners. So it's a kind of culmination of driving outbound from our Indian enterprise and collecting inbound from the indirect channels.
Okay. Well, Drew, thank you very much for joining us on PDC TV.
It's a pleasure, Graham. Great to see you again.
Cheers.
Cheers.